has he been imprisoned by Fei Xiao? Has he been forced to do this by Fei Xiao? Subscribe, please! Hi there! Today we just got dropped another drip marketing for 4-star character Mose. He was also a character that was showed, one of the silhouettes. His silhouette was shown when all of the dropped kind of happened. And here he is. So let's see, first of all, the little flavor text about him. Then we'll check his design and what he could potentially do. We'll speculate. Anyway, let's get into it. So, some people are silent because they have no desires. Some are silent because they have no thoughts. I am silent only because I do not wish to speak. A shadow guard of the Yaoxing. He is reticent and silent, always acting on his own. As an expert in intelligence services and other affairs that must remain obscure, Mose rarely shows himself before others. The moment he shows his true capacities is usually the moment for his enemies to face death. He has a wealth of knowledge regarding methods of assassination and seems to have an extraordinary obsession with tidiness and cleanliness. Okay, so to me that just literally means he's a rogue in a D&D game. He's the classic broody taciturn guy who sits in the corner and has a terrible past. So, you know, it is what it is. A shadow guard of the Yaoxing. So I assume he's actually not a criminal. A shadow guard, so that's probably just like, you know, a group that works for the officials, but like kind of under wraps. So like, kind of like the Secret Service, I guess, that does more of the shady stuff. And clearly he's an assassin, right? So I would assume he would try to assassinate enemies of the XIANZHOU, right? So he's a 4-star Hun character, Thunder. That's really crazy because we're getting so many Hun characters. I mean, we just got Boothill, obviously, not too long ago. Well, a patch ago, I suppose. Now we got Mose, we have Fei Xiao as a 5-star. Wind, we are gonna get next patch, we are getting March 7th as a imaginary hunt, and here we got another hunt, so that's like 4 hunt characters, 2 5-stars, 2 4-stars in a very short duration, it seems. Very interesting to see. Okay, so for the art, I mean, obviously a lot of purple, very sharp. He seems to be using a short sword. That's longer than a dagger, I would say. So there it is. The boots. There's a tinge of like dark red or even purplish to his outfits. A lot of silver. Actually, design-wise, it kind of reminds me of Sampo, doesn't it? Like the purple, the dagger, the... Does Sampo have feathers? Maybe not. But like there's something about him that kind of reminds me of Sampo for some reason. Outside of Star Rail, I don't know, the feather kind of reminds me, the feather and the feathers and the outfit, like the hoodie specifically, kind of reminds me of Natasha from Honkai Back 3rd. That would be Raven to some extent. Does he remind me of someone else? Not really. The silver hair. Yeah, not really. It kind of looks like Kalis. Like an angrier Kalis, I guess. Who knows? So we see some fire here, a lot of chain, obviously Fei Xiao in the back. We still can't see her tail, which is... I'm getting very worried. Does Fei Xiao not have any tail? What about Ling Xiao? What, does she not have a tail either? What's going on here? Show me the tail. I need to see the tail. So what's very interesting here is that we see a lot of like creatures behind him, right? I think this is obviously figurative. And all of them are chained. He's not chained. Oh. But I feel like this could express... Okay, so in my opinion, there's multiple meaning. Either he... Okay, so let's first and foremost, I think the biggest part here is the fact that like he's a shadow, he's facing like forward, and most importantly, walking away from Fei Xiao. And Fei Xiao is more illuminated there, right? So Fei Xiao is the light, she's the head, she's the general, she's the good side of the guard. and he's the shadow, he's the bad side, he's walking away, so he's going toward darkness, he's the bad side of the guard, right? So that's the aspect here. Now, the other thing is that we can see that the shadows of what seems to be himself trying to reach Fei Xiao. What does that mean? Has he been imprisoned by Fei Xiao? Has he been forced to do this by Fei Xiao? Maybe he was a criminal and his only redemption potentially was, okay, you don't get executed, but in return, you have to work for us kind of situation. Or is it more of a, the shadows are trying to reach the light, as in he doesn't want to be in this world of darkness, he's trying to get away from this place? That could mean that. The other thing is, maybe the shadows do not represent him directly, maybe it just represents everybody that works like him, right? All the people that are drowning, maybe they're just clones because they're all, like, they don't have an individuality anymore, maybe. So I'm not too sure what all of that mean, essentially, but I'm very curious, right? I wonder if it has a meaning, like Mose. Does it have a meaning in Chinese? Membrane duty. Ah, interesting. A membrane, a duty, something singular. Yeah, so even its name, see, this goes back to the individuality. They're just soldiers. They're here to assassinate. They don't have a name. They don't have a personality. Interesting. So I really wonder if this is what it means. I guess we'll see with the story. But yeah, very, very intriguing. Now, in terms of gameplay, it's kind of hard to imagine what they'll do, right? Is Thunder... Hunt? I mean, there's a lot of shadow. I could see maybe like disappearing in his own shadows and then appearing in the enemy's shadow and striking, something like that. I mean, you can always imagine like maybe they want to push forward the break aspect of the meta. Maybe I could see that. I don't know if they would want to have a 4-star character with super break. But maybe it could be a break DPS, right? Of a different... I don't think we really have a break DPS that works with Electro or Thunder at the moment. Is there? I don't think so. Maybe it could be that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to... It's always hard to see like what a 4-star could bring to the table. Especially when we're getting 2 different Hunt characters, right? Because we also have March 7. Though I feel like March 7 is gonna work with other. I feel like she's gonna have more... She's more gonna be on the cooperative side of things. Meanwhile, him, I feel like he's probably gonna be a more selfish character, as in he's probably only gonna be a DPS, if that makes any sense. So we do already have a single target break character in Shui. I mean, she has a little bit of AoE, but I wouldn't really count on that too much. But she works on the break side of things. So either he's gonna be that as well, or he's gonna be just a single target Hunt DPS that's gonna be slightly underwhelming, not gonna lie. Because right now, I don't feel Hunt characters, especially 4-star, that do not work in a special kind of niche like break, that is very strong, is gonna have much of a spot in there, unfortunately. I just don't see it happening. That said, do we have... I don't think we've had Hunt DPS, Lightning DPS actually. So it could just be a basic Hunt Lightning DPS, and he might be useful because at least he will have that niche, I suppose, right? I'm pretty sure we literally have no Hunt Lightning DPS. So maybe he's just gonna be a normal creep carry. Even if I feel like he does not have this kind of playstyle doesn't really have a place in the current meta, which would be unfortunate. So yeah, it's kind of hard to wrap my head around what it could be. But yeah, apart from that, I really don't see anything else. Now, in terms of design, I think it's okay. I'm not particularly interested. I don't know. I'm curious in the story more than the design of it. I think it's fine. The feathers remind me of the new character Casca that we got in Genshin. But yeah, apart from that, I don't really like the design itself. It's very bland, right? There's not much going on here. It's a bit streamlined. There's a few details, like the dagger looks cool. Oh, speaking of the dagger, there's a guard on it with spikes. So I wonder if he's gonna use it as like a knuckle kind of situation. Like maybe he's gonna punch with that. Like I could see him doing like slash punch, something funny like this. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're looking forward to getting him. It's gonna be a new character. Maybe it's gonna be an event where you can get him for free. It's often the case when there's a new 4 stars like Gallagher, for example. So I assume there's gonna be chances to obtain him like this. Most likely gonna be on the banner. I would assume with XIANZHOU. And yeah, are you gonna get him, or do you like him? Do you like his design? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, all the good. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.